Hello everyone, today I'm going to show you how you can create schedule, task, and also manage your employee with Sling. We're going to start by how to add an employee to Sling. So to do that, we can go ahead and click on these employee buttons, and then you can just go ahead and click the add employee. Now there are multiple ways you can get your employee information inserted into Sling. You can add it manually. You can also import it through file if you already have it. But today I'm going to show you how you can input your employee data manually. So after you click on the add the employee button, you're going to go ahead and input the necessary information you might need for your employee. As you input the necessary data of your employee, you're going to stumble upon the sections over here. So these sections are going to define what access does your employee have. So for example, if I click on admin, then the employee are going to be able to manage the organization settings, employees, and locations. They're going to have a lot of access to a lot of information. Meanwhile, manager can only communicate with employees, create shift schedules, and manage shift exchange requests. An employee can only communicate with other coworkers and manage their shift schedules and tasks. Once we're done with the information, we can go ahead and click Save to save that employee profile. Now we can also add multiple employees at once by clicking the Add Multiple Employees. The step is basically the same. The only difference is now you have several tabs instead of only one profile to fill. So I'm going to go ahead and fill each names of the employees, each of their position, each of their emails, and then I'm going to save them up. And that is how you can input employees' profile to Sling. If you ever need to add more information or you need to change something, you can just go ahead and go to the list of employee and choose the name you would like to edit. You can also assign each employees according to positions that they are working as. For example, Abigail Lim here is a graphic designer. And you can also assign more than just one position, because Abigail here, she works not just as a graphic designer. Let's say that she also works as a social media specialist. So you can just go ahead to put that into her positions. And in doing so, it's going to make it easier for you to determine the rate of wage that each employee have. For example, if she's going to work as a graphic designer on certain days, then the wage you need to pay is going to go according to her graphic designer wage. But if she is assigned to work as a social media specialist on another day, then the rate that you need to pay to her is also going to be adjusted according to the roles she's taking on that scheduled day. Now that we're done inputting our employee's profile, we're going to go ahead and learn how to create a shift schedule. So as you can see, I haven't created any shift for the following week. And these are the look of the schedule, of the weekly schedule. You can change it to daily or monthly, or you can even custom it and choose the desired date you would like the schedule to be. To create a shift, we can click on the plus symbols on top of our schedules. And we can also choose which week we want the schedule to be. Again, let's click on the plus symbol, and over here you can choose which date you would want on the week that you have chosen. Let's say for now I want my schedule to be on the 18th of December. I can also change the time of the shift. When does it start and when does it end? And I can also choose whether this shift will have a break or not. And the break that are available start from 10 minutes up to an hour. And then you can go ahead and choose the positions of employees you would want to be on that shift that day. And after you choose the positions, you can go ahead and assign an employee. And once you're done, you can scroll to your schedules and see that the shift has already aligned with the date of the day and also with the employee you have assigned the shift to. You can also see that it's going to automatically count the amount of hours the employee is going to work alongside with the wages that they are going to receive. Another way to create a shift is by clicking on the plus symbols on the side of which employees you want to assign the shift with. For example, I'm clicking on the columns beside Christina Abbey, and as you can see, it's already automatically assigned the position and also the employee because she's the one that I chose for that day. And then notice that there are an options to publish your shift, and what that means is shifts are invisible to employees until they are published. If we want to create some shift but we don't want the employees to see it yet, you can just go ahead and plan it all out, and once you're ready to show it to the employee, you can click the publish options. Now let's move on to task creation. Task creations allow you to create a templates of tasks if you ever want to assign someone on the shift alongside with the task you want them to do. For example, I'm going to create a task with the title of social media campaign. And then I can describe the task and also create some subtasks so that my employee would know what are the things they need to do on that certain shift. I can also upload some attachment of any supporting document needed for that particular tasks. And once I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and click save, and there it is. Once you've created your tasks template, you can try to click on the 3 tiny dots on the right side of each template, and you can see that you can either edit the templates, copy it if you ever need to create another task templates with a very similar task, or you can delete it if you don't need it anymore. Let's see what will happen if we assign a shift with a templates tasks. You can create shift with task templates by clicking on the plus side like how you would want to create a new shift, but instead of choosing the custom, you can choose the templates instead. And as you can see, the templates that you were made are going to be there, and it's going to assign the position automatically because each templates usually come with specific positions. But even though the positions are automatically input, you still have to choose your employee manually. If you ever want to try to reschedule or you would like to change one's shift, you can just go ahead and click on the shift you want to change and drag it to your desired time. For example, here Zara William have a schedule on Monday 18, and let's say I want to change it to Tuesday. I could just go ahead and grab the box and slide it to my desired area. You can also duplicate the shift if you ever want to create another shift with a similar details. You can go ahead and click on the shift that you would like to duplicate, and then you can click on the copy shift sections. And as you can see, if you forgot to change another detail, like for example, you forgot to change the name of the employees that are working on the similar shift, it's going to give you a notification and tells you that it's just going to be a mess. Now let's try to make a shift public. To do that, you could just go ahead and click on the shift that you desire to make public to, and then click on the public button. And as you can see here, this is the difference between the unpublished and published shift. If it published, the color are going to be more block. As you can see, there is a solid block of orange on the published shift. Meanwhile, the unpublished shift only consists of outlining dots. So that's how you will know whether the shift that you are making is published or unpublished. You can also sync Sling to an outside calendar. If you ever had another calendar apps, you can integrate it with Sling. Or if you like your schedule to be print out, you can also click on the sprint icon on the top menu bar. Now you can also copy multiple shifts on a week. In order to do that, you just have to click the copy shift on the top menu, and then you can choose which weeks of the shift would you like to copy to another week. There is also an option to skip all conflict and labor checks, and what it does is that if the labels are overlapping with another shift, then it's going to ignore the shift that are copied and going to save the shift that are already there instead. And here's how it looks like after you copied a shift from one week to another week. As you can see here, the shifts that are copied are assigned to the exact same employees to the one before. But you can also make the copied shift unassigned by clicking on the ignore employee while you're copying your shift. By doing that, the only things you're going to copy are the details of the shift, but the shifts are going to be unassigned. To assign the task, you can just go ahead and go to your schedule and see that there are sections called unassigned tasks. You can choose which tasks you want to assign, and then you can just go ahead and input the name of the employee manually. Once you do that, the shifts are going to be gone from your unassigned shift section, and it's going to go into the employee that you signed the shift for. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this tutorial is helpful for you. Have a great day.